you able to tell us a little bit about awareness technologies and how things have been since you've been appointed CEO?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Terry. So, Awareness Technologies is on a mission to enable organizations and families to be productive and safe. I joined Awareness, it's getting close to a year ago. It'll be a year in December. And Awareness was a compilation of several different companies and brands that were loosely affiliated with each other. And about a year ago, a private equity firm, TZP Group, purchased those assets and really invested in the next chapter of Awareness's evolution. So I have just had a super fun year, unique global conditions, but we have amazing teams working on fantastic products that help both families better understand screen time and help raise their families from a digital perspective, just like their commitment in the real world. And then we have a suite of products that help businesses, government agencies, everything from enterprise to SMB to understand digital consumption in a work from anywhere world.
How are things done at Interguard before partnering with Chatmetrics from that lead generation and initial early sales process?
Interguard was the first product to work with Chatmetrics, and Interguard specifically, obviously, is a B2B offering. It's a SaaS productivity solution that helps, as I mentioned, leaders understand what's happening in a work from anywhere world, helps employees not overwork because so many of us are working too many hours and burning out. And so Interguard helped do that before the pandemic, but then obviously with the onset of COVID, it just got to be a much more popular solution. And so before Chatmetrics, there was really your more traditional funnel approach to lead generation. So whether that was us promoting a webinar and getting leads from that, or folks landing on the site through paid or organic means and then choosing to schedule a demo or doing a free trial. But we had like a chat bot that was obviously not natural language and sort of awkward, so it wasn't really used. And then when we did the trial with Chatmetrics, our most valuable leads really came from Chatmetrics. We were still getting leads from those other avenues as we still do today, but one of the reasons I was excited to share our experience is that we do find the Chatmetrics leads to be the most valuable, meaning, highest converting, which of course makes sense because they're really, I think consumers and business people alike are just used to a more personalized experience, however they can get that. And we get that through Chatmetrics, where the business decision maker automatically feels like there's a relationship starting to develop with the brand and with the company. And the agents really kind of move the conversation in a genuine way and can move things quickly to scheduling a demo or moving through the funnel, however is appropriate for that buyer.
Has there been any of that process that you would be doing internally before that's changed since partnering with Chatmetrics?
I wouldn't really say change. I mean, I can talk about a number of the things we've learned from the information that we get and how we've evolved, but I would saying we've gotten rid of webinars or taken the just button that says schedule a demo off isn't really the case. We still are giving visitors different options to engage with us, but we find the Chatmetrics path to be quite successful.
Is there still the option for website visitors to book a demo through the website?
It is a little bit of a process. They kind of view and then they can book a personal interaction, but most of the demo bookings do come through the chat funnel.
What are the results? What are the outcomes that you've seen? What's the impact for Interguard?
Obviously, pointing to leads through the chat metrics conversation being our most valuable is at a 30,000 foot level, the greatest testimonial, right? That we are able to just have a much more efficient sales process and use our resources better because there's so much pre-qualifying happening with Chatmetrics as a partner. But I would say there's also, other areas that maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't say we weren't necessarily expecting because some of this started before I, joined, but I would say there are these other very quantifiable benefits as well. So on the product side, really being able to gather structured data around features people are looking for or confusion that they have, and being able to improve the product based on structured data coming through the chats versus just a salesperson saying, hey, I heard this a few times, or something like that. We obviously have been, I hate to use the word lucky, but business has grown quite a bit because of COVID. And so you can imagine our sales force was really inundated, and being able to have that additional partner and really almost instantly scale the sales force and allow visitors, interested people to be attended to. We just could not have done that in a such an efficient way had we not been already working with you. I would also say, messaging, marketing and messaging, some of the ideas that we can try out with you first. And if, that language or the positioning or ideas resonates with potential customers or visitors, we can then use that intelligence and improve our email communications or general onboarding flow. And so, it sounds maybe a little dramatic, but it's almost like, constant research, like constant focus group. And we found that quite interesting as well. So I love the bottom line, just being able to move buyers to a sale quicker. I think they have a better experience with us than competitive sites because of chat metrics, and that's all terrific. But these other things are very important to the company also. And, I think I, as well as the team, weren't necessarily expecting those benefits from just like moving from a bot to an agent,
Thanks. That's amazing feedback, and really one of the things that we have seen, the clients like yourselves that partner with us and really see us as an extension to their own business can leverage off all of those additional value streams that come through. So marketing, that component with regards to testing, marketing, and through the transcripts often of the leads that don't convert, those little snippets of gold that come from there as well.
Very good point, for marketing, but also for product, right? Like, this substantial population is looking for this one feature that we don't have. It's quite easy to build. Let's do that. And now this, 13% that we had to, that didn't want to purchase without that feature, we now have that feature. And we're of course always listening to our customers in lots of different ways, but specifically for Interguard, this is a great resource for this. And the product team is regularly reviewing chat metrics insights, not just customer success and sales and, sales and marketing.
Were those factors a part of the decision to include Veriado in the partnership moving forward?
Absolutely. So when we saw the success that we did with Interguard, we also adopted chat metrics on Veriado. And I think everybody was a little bit curious because we do end up having slightly more, larger size organizations on Veriado, government agencies, security clearance buyers. And so, I think we were all a bit curious, will they engage on this level? And we've been very pleased. Again, I think there is a receptivity to customization and immediacy and that human overlay on top of a website. We could all talk for hours about how customer buying has changed over the years, but so much research is done, through searches and websites and, never talking to anybody first and just doing a lot in a silo, and being able to, while you're doing that research, actually have a knowledgeable human as part of that process and ask a couple of key questions. It just saves a lot of time, right? Of course, you could read the 5 white papers that would answer all those questions, but if you are pretty precise about what's important to you, certain things about our user and entity behavior analytics, they can ask those questions. And working with chat metrics, there's enough that's answered that the person feels positive about the brand, but then the agent, I think they all seem very well adept at then kind of moving the prospect, to a demo or to a sales call at an appropriate time in order to get the deeper attention. So we've been, quite impressed in the enterprise space as well, as you know.
There has been the acquisition. What impact does this have on the broader stakeholders from a cash flow perspective?
I would say, the brands in the company previously had good product market fit and, were a very attractive set of assets, which is why they were acquired and we've invested in them for the next chapter. And Chatmetrics was part of that existing success, but really being able to invest more, broaden the Chatmetrics relationship out further has happened because of the positive ROI on the leads, as we touched on before. And as I said, I think the research benefits that came through that help both product and marketing beyond just the improvement in conversion for sales has benefited other parts of the organization. And so it can be difficult to itemize exactly how that translates into greater profitability. But at the end of the day, if you are discovering product feature opportunities or product problems faster and fixing those or building those and making your customers happy, of course, it translates into better revenues and, and a more profitable business because you're not going out to talk to 17 people to try to make decisions, right? You have constantly refreshed data from thousands of chats. So I think that kind of speaks for itself.
Would you refer Chatmetrics, and who do you think you would refer them to and why?
I mean, I think you're aware a number of people in the organization have already referred Chatmetrics to folks that don't compete with us. But generally, beyond just the sales and marketing organization, I also know product is a big fan and has promoted the company as well. I think, businesses that rely on demos or more traditional funnels to turn into sales calls and demos of the product, it's just a really, it's a very efficient way to almost have like an old school, inside sales organization, kind of teeing up the outside sales organization in a way that I think most of us a few years ago, based on bot experiences, didn't necessarily think was possible. And so at Chatmetrics, that combination between the platform, the people, and the process and the partnership with the company. I mean, it sounds a little cliche, but we really do think of Chatmetrics as a partner and not a vendor. And so all of that together, the platform, the process, the people, and the partnership has made us feel like your team is an extension of ours. And I think our customers feel that way. And we tell people about that when they ask us.
And I have to say, we feel exactly the same way. It's the reason we're talking today is that partnership and the level of success we've achieved. It's been, part of the ability for us to deliver value over and beyond is that two-way, the two-way relationship we have. So we really appreciate that as well.
Yeah, lots of people talk about that, but it's like any relationship, right? It takes time and effort to train Chatmetrics on our products and why we're so passionate about helping employees and employers succeed in a work anywhere world, how passionate we are about helping parents understand their kids' digital lives. And, I think when you make that time, make that investment on both sides of the partnership, it really does pay off. So that's
it does.
we look forward to continued success.
What was the surprising value?
Product and marketing. And I think the partnership thing is true. That's not just the commercial, but I really do think that, I've spent 30 years working with all kinds of companies and all kinds of sizes, and there's great big ones and horrible big ones, and there's great little ones and horrible little ones. And, when you get lucky and both sides of the table feel the same way and just kind of look at it as a partnership, it just changes everything. And everything, that I hear from Amy and from the team that really exists here. And I think that's more than half the battle.
What's the best thing working with us? How would you describe that?
I think if I had to say the one thing that is best about the Awareness and Chatmetrics partnership is that it is a partnership and it isn't a platform that we access through an SDK that solves provides one solution out of our platform of services, right? It truly is a partner. The company is a partner that adds value across the way. It's improved sales conversion, it's helped product, it's helped marketing, and it evolves as we launch new products, the team learns. And so that's, it sounds a bit cliche, but I do think having a partner that truly is a partner and thinking about your business as if it was yours just really makes the difference between a vendor and a partner, and then makes the business partnership extremely successful. And you can just sense that, and our customers can sense that. So it's not one single thing, but it all ladders up to that notion of being a partner versus a vendor.
Thanks again, Elizabeth.
All right, cheers.
Appreciate it. Bye for now.
Be well.
You too.